Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Appreciate the support whenever you're watching the video. My name is Joe Josh. I go by iChart Daily. Today is March 12th, 2024. It's your boy's birthday. Officially 40. Life's over. No, I'm joking. Thank you for everyone that reached out. In this video, I'm going to be going over my thought process on how I do technical analysis breakdowns on the DXY, Bitcoin, XRP, XDC, Matic, and Chainlink. First and foremost, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. This is a window to my thought process, and as of today, I've been doing this for 17 years, fine-tuning it every single day. I've been in crypto, hypothetically, for about, let's just say, 9-10 years now, going on 10. And this is not my first rodeo, right? I'm trying to teach you a process that eliminates the emotions out of trading, especially during times like now where coins are doing 100% in one day. What happens is psychologically, when things are going up, you think they're always going up. Where things are going down, you think they're always going down. And what happens is when things are going up, you don't take profits. And when things are going down, you don't buy. What I'm trying to teach you is look at indicators to help you understand when it is a good time to buy and when it is a good time to sell. So here's my thought process. Every once in a while, I check the DXY to see what's going on. Why? Well, because the entire market's been pumping, cuzzy. Poopy coins are going up 1,200%. And you know what I'm saying? No fundamentals, no news, no nothing. The founder doesn't matter. The circulating supply doesn't matter. The sector it's in, who backs it, it doesn't matter, right? What have I been saying? Saying with me. Say it with me. They're all going to pump just at different times. What do I call that? I came up with it. The transfer of wealth, right? Because at the end of the day, poopy coins are outproducing blue chip coins. Why? Because their market cap is lower, and that's one of the main tools that people look at, right? They look at market caps in the millions, and then they try and push it to $1 billion. It's a sad reality, but unfortunately, you have to identify the trend so you can bet with the trend, right? So the trend that I've been noticing is the DXY has been collapsing since $1.05. It went all the way down to $1.02. Money's going into crypto. Now, money's going back to the dollar. Why? Profit, right? I've gotten hundreds of messages. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And I tell everyone, this is not financial advice, but once again, don't be married to the coins. Take your profits, prepare for blood when it does happen, and dollar cost average with the house's money. Right? It's a very simple process. And what do I use to justify when to take profit? It's the RSI. The RSI on a longer time frame. Not on this chart, but I'll go into it on these. So as of right now, it looks like we're finding support. I always start with a longer time frame. I want to see where the RSI is, where the MACD is. Are we getting bullish divergence, bearish divergence, hidden bullish, hidden bearish? What's going on? So as of right now, we are making higher lows. We went from 99. We went up to 107, came down to 100, went up to 105, came down to 102. So technically, as of right now, we are forming somewhat of a symmetrical triangle, let's just say, right? Let's just say we're like here. And now we have room to grow back to, let's just say the 103 to potentially the 103.94. Let's just say 103.63, 104, right? I'm choosing this level right here, which was resistance, which was resistance, which was support, which was resistance, right? And then back here as well. The major thing that I want to see is the longer time frames, what the MACD and the RSI are telling me. Okay, as of right now, we are getting bullish divergence. Your RSI is making higher lows. Your MACD is making higher lows. Your triangle and price patterns are making higher lows. This shows me a bearish signal, okay? This could be a double top. This could be a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle is a measured move. I would probably tell you to take the meat and potatoes, not the full body of the flag, and then it would bring us back down to, let's just say, the 100 to potentially the 99 cents. The reason why is MACD is pointing down, Volume is not going the other way. Like, you're not getting this rounding bottom. We were having a rounding bottom, and then we had more blood. Next thing I'm looking at is the monthly RSI, right? This is what I mean by trusting the chart when it's oversold and trusting the chart when it's overbought, regardless of the ticker, cuz I mean, I'm looking at the dollar, then I'm going to go to Bitcoin and XRP, and it's the same lingo. Overbought, oversold, room to grow, room to sell, where's support, where's resistance, what's the trend? First thing you notice is when the RSI is above the yellow moving average, it's bullish, right? You form this bottom, this inverse head and shoulders, you're bullish, you're bullish, you're bullish. Once this happens, this is like strike 1 and 2, right? You broke the 70 line showing you that you're not making higher highs. Trend changed from here to here. We're now making lower highs, lower lows. Most important thing is we went up to the moving average, saw rejection. Went up to the moving average, saw rejection. This chart needs to stay above the 50 line, because if it breaks the 50 line, we're breaking the support level of, let's just say, the 102.97, and then we're in section B, right? There's 2 sections in every indicator. There's actually 4. There's A plus, B, B minus, right? Excuse me. When you're in section A, it could show that you're having a continuation to the upside and there's not much bleeding, right? Once we break into section B, that's it. You're off to the races. You have room to bleed from, let's just say, the 103.10, like I said, all the way down to the 101.37, 101.62. These levels right here. Let's keep it tight. 101.74 to 101.10. When does that happen? Well, let's line it up. Looks like it's post-halvening, right? So the halvening for Bitcoin is, let's just say, April. We have a small pump from the DXY now leading up until March, let's just say April. We could technically form yet another lower high, right? These are chess moves, cuzzy, right? We're playing chess. So as of right now, the most important thing is I could call this. I don't know if it does this and this and then eventually breaks down, right? Or if it does a little pop up, then it comes down. As of right now, we're popping up. That's why we're seeing some blood out of the market. You're seeing profit taken, obviously. So that's the technical analysis on the DXY. What I would do is I would set an alert here at the 103.73. I want to notify myself when it's getting there. And if we're starting to form another top, I would also set an alert long term here at the 102. Actually, I wouldn't do that yet. We're going up. Right, we're going up. We're extremely oversold. We're heading way up. Now we want to see if it doesn't get rejected by the 50. The 50 line is going to be, like I said, this 103.89 area and form yet another lower high. Next, Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin. It seems like we're forming this rounding bottom. We are forming a rounding bottom. Major support, I always say, is going to be on the weekly chart, the 11 and 21 day moving average. Unfortunately, these are trailing, so as of right now, it's 55,000 to, let's just say, 50,000. Most important thing on this chart, I'm not going to go into the short term. I want to show you the long term, because the long term is what matters, right? What do I say? Long-term trends predict short-term outcomes. When your long-term trend, and this is the trend indicator, this is called the MACD, when your long-term trend is bullish, meaning your shorter time moving average is above the longer time moving average, and also you're in section A, here's B, that shows me that we are mega bullish, and we have the potential to create higher highs like we have. So if the long-term trend still remains bullish, that means you're going to get bullish price action and bullish patterns on the shorter time frames, meaning the daily, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, 12 hour, 16 hour, 10, 6, 4, like these shorter time frames. Now, the most important thing on this chart, and what you need to understand, cuzzies, is this right here. We have this monthly chart. I'm explaining this to one of my friends that's been in crypto for literally 12 years now. It's called the top and the bottom. Every single cycle. Join the Discord, links in the description. But it's a funny statement that I say, but it's really true. Like, I trust charts over people. And what I mean by that is the news was telling you to buy here is a good time. Meanwhile, the RSI was extremely overbought. And the news was telling you, don't buy it here, it's for drugs, it's for Silk Road, yada, yada, yada. The news was telling you to buy it here where we're going to, was it this one? Nope, same thing, right? This was to the 15,000, 20,000. If everyone remembers, the news was telling what? It was going to 100. Why did they do that? Why do they tell you that it's going to an astronomical, unrealistic number? Because they want to justify you buying it at 72,000. Bitcoin has gone from 15,500, 16,000 to 72,000. The RSI is above the 70 with a little bit of room to grow. But if everyone's saying, yeah, it's going to go to 250, well, guess what, cuzzy? There's a lot of room. We can make a lot of money from 72 to 250. But in actuality, you have a little bit of room. I think we go to about 85 to 90,000, and I do think we see a small consolidation after that. I think potentially we could see a sell the news type of event with the halving. The reason being, as I've been saying for the longest time, that we're making lower highs, right? Lower highs and lower lows. And this right here, I'm going to use the bottom of this support as current resistance, around 84 and 95. So what I'm going to do is I like to choose 2-3 levels around that number, right? So let's just say 85, 84, let's just say 84.50 and 82.50. Once I start seeing these numbers here, 80 and above, not financial advice, but technically you should be taking more profit than more dollar cost averaging. Another thing, if you were around, since I've been saying for literally 2.5 years now, since my old channel, 17.5, 15.5, and 13.5, do me a favor, like the video, put it in the comment section. But the reason why I said that was because this called the bottom, this called the bottom, this was 17.5, 15.5, 13.5. It's not like I'm just playing darts in the dark and I was just like, oh, let's close my eyes. Yeah, 15,000. No, cuzzy. We were forming a bottom around these areas that we've once again formed the bottom in the past, in the past, in the past. So we're here. Once again, well, I'll say it one more time. We're at the 77. I'm going to set an alert at, let's just say, the 79, right? I want to notify myself when we are at the 80 to the 85 level. And I'm going to line that up with the good old fib, right? I like to use fibs when we're passing all-time highs because it shows you next resistance levels. What you do is you go to your fib, retracement, you go from the high to the low, right? Let's get rid of this. And then what I do is the next level is the 1.618, right? But that's 100,000. There's always ones in between the 1 and the 1618 and the 1618, the 218. It's right in the middle, right? So the next level is going to be there, 85,000. You can now delete that and say, well, guess what? If we go from 72 to 85,000, and this is lining up with the major resistance here, well, then guess what, cuzzy? Charts over people. Don't care if there's an ETF. Don't care if Michael Saylor's buying. Don't care if Elon Musk is tweeting about it. Don't care if a country came out and said they're dropping the dollar, trusting the RSI. That simple. Next. Excuse me. If anyone remembers from the last XRP video, from the Discord, from the community pictures, I said, right, what am I watching? I'm watching XRP versus Bitcoin. Why? Because of Bitcoin's dominance over the market, right? Unfortunately, your coin needs to be going up versus Bitcoin, while Bitcoin's going up in order for your coin versus the dollar to do nice things, like 20% gains in one day. So here's XRP's chart. You can see the long-term trend. Let's zoom out. I've been posting it on influencers pages because now all of a sudden, you want to catch the pumps before the pump, right? If you see someone posting on YouTube yesterday and today, it's finally happening with Swift. It's like, come on, man. Like, just look at a chart, bro. Just look at a chart. Like, we knew this was happening. I called the stuff. There's no news. Brad didn't talk about nothing. All right. Please. The chart was saying anywhere from 70-something cents to, let's just say, 90-something cents. And guess what happened? We pumped right to the yellow line. No news, right? 2 weeks ago. I said, here's the flag. Technically, we're going here, short term. Long term, though, this is why you got to play it safe with XRP, regardless of the news and what's going on in the SWIFT and the lawsuit. Long term, this looks like a bull flag or a symmetrical triangle. Now, if this plays out and we start forming the bottom, you can see the doji there on the monthly, you can see the candle there on the weekly. You can see we're extremely oversold. You could see the bottom market indicator going off. This is something, regardless of your religion, language, culture, country you live in, these are things that we could all agree upon, right? Trust the charts over people. Do your homework. I've said this in the last video. When XRP, number one, XRP pumps last. I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't care what you say. XRP pumps last, usually pumps the hardest, and it's almost like a hedge to the profits and the end of the transfer of wealth theory. All these coins pump, then all of a sudden you take your profits from Bitcoin, AMP, this one, Shiba, Pepe, Bonk. I've looked at 1,000 charts. They're all pumped. Solana, right? I thought Solana's network was down. I thought there were connections with Sam Bankman-Fried. I thought YouTubers and influencers were getting rid of it in their bags. Well, guess what? It's up like 1,200% outperforming XRP. So does the news matter, cuzzy? Think about that. Does the news matter? I don't know. So I want you to look at these dates. I want you to look at June 14th to January 15th. I want you to look at February 17th to May 17th. I want you to look at December 17th to January 18th. I want you to look at March 21 to April 21. Pause the video, look at those dates. When that happened, you got pumps out of XRP, and it looks like we're forming a bottom. So what can this chart do now? Now we played chess, right? We made the pump. Hypothetically, we took profit, right? So we're still here, and we still have room to grow. Now you want to see, does XRP excuse me, stay above what was resistance could turn into support. And where do you want to see support? You want the RSI to stay above the 50. If it stays above the 50, we stay above 62 cents to 58 cents. Once again, the only thing that matters is the highs and the lows, right? If we do come up here and come down, yeah, whatever, it loses 10, 20%, whatever the case may be. Does it 16%? Does it form a higher low to the 49 cents, right? Did it form a higher low to the 44 to the 43? Did it form a higher low to the 40? Did it form a higher low to the 34? You're the one that's supposed to buy. I posted this the other day. We buy at support in order to take profit at resistance. You don't listen to the news and buy XRP for the short term, right? Not the long term, when it's up 47% in a month, right? I don't chase green candles. What happens after green candles? Consolidations. But what am I looking for and what am I trying to teach you? To buy the next dip at the next higher low, which could be 58 cents, right? And if it does come down and form a higher low at the 58 cents or even the 54 cents, it's still macro bullish, meaning long term. Meaning when you look at this chart, these were lower than these, were lower than these, which leads into the longer term trend, right? I posted this the other day. Short term, yeah, potentially we still stay in this symmetrical triangle bull flag, and we reach overbought levels at like I said, 83 to 93 cents. At that point, I do think we then have a healthy consolidation. And then guess what happens after the halving when everything else starts pumping? Around June, July, August, around those dates when everything does its second cycle, when everything goes past its all-time high, Ethereum's at 6,500, Bitcoin's at 95 to 100,000. This chart, now this is a little inside, not joke, because it's not a joke. I don't joke about making money, but it's a little inside dig, right? Everyone not everyone, but the majority of people that are holding XRP are holding it because they think it's going to $589. Now, you could speculate all you want, cuzzy. I am here to show you facts in the chart. Do I think XRP ever goes to that number? The first thing I tell anyone who says like, oh, I'm waiting for my Shiba to hit $1. I'm waiting for my XRP to hit 589. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit 250. You have to look at the market cap. If you think those coins are going to that price per coin, what is the market cap going to be? And if the market cap is more than the entire total market cap of the entire crypto market, I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, it's a long shot, right? I like to bet and trade off of facts, not speculation, okay? I have 2 bags for XRP. I say it all the time. Hypothetically, I have a long-term bag because of the news, and then I have a short-term bag that I trade because of my technical analysis skills, right? And because I could call a 20% day and then use 5, 10, 15% leverage and X leverage, and you're making 100 to 300%. Now, the long term, I took the body of the flag, right? Most people are going to tell you to take the whole flag and then you bring it over here and it brings XRP to who knows what price. I'm conservative. I understand that all of these people, if it does go to around this price, which is $5.89, that's amazing, right? That's amazing. And what I mean by that is you have to understand that Wall Street is officially public saying that they're in with the ETFs, right? And there's different lingo for crypto and stocks, right? Stock people are used to a 20-25% correction. What are we used to? 75, 85 without even blinking an eye, right? Stock people are used to a 20-30% month. We're used to 100% in a day, right? It's just different lingo. So my point is, if XRP does break out eventually and it does go up 800%, just play your cards right, cuzzy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. XDC, beautiful XDC. If you remember the play from XDC, we called it from around here. We said we was going to go to resistance. Someone just said we're breaking out. Well, guess what? We came back into the trend, cuzzy. No bueno. Not good. The reason why I say that is you want to have a breakout and a retest to have a continuation to the upside. When you see an asset have a breakout and you're seeing wicks that bring you literally right back into the trend, well, unfortunately, what was support could be used as support again. What I mean by that is breakout, wicks, come back in. Where do we go to? Support. Breakout, major wicks. We came all the way back down to 5 cents. Where did we go to? Support. We had a break, did not break this time. People, again, smart, right? Because what happens is people understand the trend. Once people understand the trend, smart money's putting sell orders here, right? Buy at support, sell at resistance. And unfortunately, this is staying in the trend. What I'm curious to look at is XDC versus Bitcoin. And you can see, who remembers the video? Who remembers it? Do me a favor. If you remember the XDC video and I said this chart, let me just, we already did this one, right? So XDC. If you remember me saying, when does this chart break out? When do we have the breakout? When this chart breaks back into the trend. Same thing. So we're having a bear reversal fake out here and a bear reversal fake out here. We went right to resistance, right? This was support, this yellow line, and it was turned right into resistance. And because we came back down, right, wicks here, we came back down here. So unfortunately, XDC has not proven itself yet. This pattern usually breaks to the upside, but like I said, now you're looking at even a double bottom or potentially a lower low. I don't know. I do know blood is on the horizon, right? So this is the monthly. Here's the weekly. Okay, we're still in section B. Section B. Major buying going on right now, right? That means profit from Bitcoin is going to XDC because once again, this move eventually should be this. Most people are going to tell you do the whole thing. I'm conservative, all right? Let's just say here's the breakout, bringing you back to the 7 cents to potentially the top of the wick, right? 1, 2. And that's how I choose 3 levels. I'd probably choose, if we do come back down, you open up your long here and you take profit as 1, 2, 3, right? 0.65, 0.065, 0.073, and 0.084. Why? Because if you buy at support again, let's just say it even comes down to here, all right, what I could see happening, if XDC does form a bottom and comes in, you're going to form, let's just say, an inverse head and shoulders, right? This low here was 0.043. This one was 0.040. So the most bullish thing to happen is us do come down, we do consolidate, right? And then we form another low back at the 0.043, showing us that we could come back out to here, right? Let me clean it up a little bit. Okay, so that means we would come back to here. Right, we would do this, we would stop here, okay, and then we would go back to break this, but you'd want to see candles back to here, right there. And then you'd want to see the same thing like XRP is doing, right? You had the breakout, now you have the candles above, you don't have wicks, and then you'd want to see it stay above, come back to this level once again of the 0.050, 0.049, use it as support, form higher lows, and then you start having an uptrend, okay? That is XDC. So the most important thing with this chart, once again, is you want to put an alert here at the 0.089, notifying you that this is breaking out and to open up your long, right? Matic, I mean, once again, right? We called this one to a T, bro. To a T. I told everyone around 98 cents. I think I posted the video around $1.02. You know, $1.02. Let's just say to here, we made a cool 23%. Right, 23%. I'm curious to see what Matic versus Bitcoin looks like. Not the best, right? You want to see this baby form a bottom, right? That was resistance. Here, support. Let's zoom in. All right, not good. Matic is not, it's it. Runs over in my eyes. I don't want to see a death cross below the zero line. Zero line is when the histogram goes positive and negative, and it looks like the weekly, right, is now coming down. We did go up to the 50. We got rejected once, twice, 3 times you're out. We did make a lower high, and now you're looking at blood. Blood where to? Blood back to, let's just say, the 37.75. I lined up the support trend line with this trend line right there. You can see it was support here, was resistance here, should be support again at 37.90. So if you have blood coming from Matic versus Bitcoin, you could have blood coming from Matic versus the dollar. Okay, here's your trend. We did have swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. So now we have another thing. We are above the, we're in section A, right? So because we came up and came down and stopped at the 50, we stopped at the previous resistance, okay? We went up to the 70, we come down. Most important thing is what? I was telling you in the XRP video. Low, higher low, higher low, right? 50 line on the weekly chart represents right about here, right? 96, 95 cents. What was resistance will turn into support, and that is your 50. We are still above the zero line on the MACD. This is your most recent low. That's the low here. We could consolidate, stay above the zero, and we do not break the 71 to 75 cents, confirming that this could be your trend right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason why I still remain bullish on the weekly, why? Is because long-term trends predict short-term outcomes. I'll give you a real-life example. If you have a friend for 30 years and he is not the best friend, he is not reliable, he lies to you, he doesn't pay you back money that he borrowed, are you going to trust him with a favor on a Monday afternoon if he's been a complete poop head for the last 30 years? Compared to another friend that you could rely on, he's there for you, he calls you, etc., right? Long-term trends predict short-term outcomes with everything in life, okay? Long-term trend still looks good, right? The monthly was coming down. Now we golden cross, and we had our first green bar, blue bar in my case. RSI, we were extremely overbought, came down, got rejected by the moving average. As soon as we broke right here, it was over, cuz right here, market told you to get out at 211 and went from 211 all the way down 86%, but we didn't blink an eye, right? What did we do? We dollar cost averaged at the bottom, right? So we did have, come on, right? We double bottomed right here. We broke the moving average, came down to the 50 line, and the moving average showing a double positive apex moment. Then we're here. I said we need to break this level of the 54 to show that this trend is still bullish. What does that mean? Higher lows, higher highs, right? We're still up and we still have room to grow. What do I mean by that? 50 to 70, okay? When I say room to grow, that's what I mean. When I say room to bleed, that's what I mean. You still have to look out because room to bleed is not down to the 30, it's down to the 44 in this case, okay? But room to grow until we're what? Extremely overbought, right? We're not extremely overbought yet. So another thing is we're looking at this long-term trend, right? This is from June 22 to September 23. This looks like an ascending triangle, right? Resistance is right here, where we're seeing resistance again. This is what I mean by I trust charts over people, right? Because during the past month or whatever it is, Matic's upgrading its ecosystem, Matic is doing this, and what happens is you chase green candles and you get caught up with the FOMO, the fear of missing out, right? So an ascending triangle is we are making higher lows with the same highs. If we do see a consolidation, we'd want to see Matic stay above, like I said, that 75 cents to potentially 71 cents, form a higher low to this here, right? That's the long term. If Bitcoin poo-poos the bed right now and everything starts coming down and we have a massive correction, Matic's play of going higher is over, especially since Matic versus Bitcoin is still coming down. Okay, so that means play it safe. I'm putting an alert here at $1.09 because once that breaks, I do think we could come back down to major support, right? We went from support to resistance, from support to resistance, and now we're here. Long term, an ascending triangle is a measured move. I'd probably take the meat and potatoes right here, have your break to the upside, and you're looking at $1.65 to $1.95 to potentially $2.50 for Matic. It needs to break this resistance first, okay? Needs to break that first. Link, once again, coins are up. Coins are up big, bro, right? You should have been accumulating Chainlink from, let's just say, $5.80 to potentially $8.25. All of these people are up 200%. Now, here's the current short-term trend, right? I'm noticing this. We did this, we came up here, we stayed sideways, we found support, right? We had support, we went up, came down, found support, formed a higher low here, right? Little W pattern, boom, to the upside. Where'd we go to? Right to resistance, right to resistance, right to resistance. Now, the shorter time frame is we're forming this like mega bull pattern over here. What you need to look at are the indicators. Now, these waves are going higher. These waves and these waves are going lower. That is called hidden bearish divergence, okay? The price action is telling you one thing, but the indicators are telling you another. And what do, cuzzy? I trust charts over people. And this is how I could call a play a week or 2 weeks before it even happens, like the Matic and the XRP thing. Technically, I don't like it. Where should we buy Link? Back at support. Support's going to be 1768 to potentially 1651. And the reason why I have a gut feeling why that might happen is because we're getting the hidden bearish. Okay? So as of right now, Chainlink, you'd want to see if it comes back down, breaks the 50, and we go into section B. When you break the 50, right, here was most recent support, okay? We broke the 50 and we went to support. Broke the 50, went to support. If we break, we're going to come down, right? I think we do come down to 1878 to potentially 1832. If we break the 50, we're going to come back down and touch this level right here, 1640 something around here. Excuse me. And that's not not financial advice. That's where I'll be accumulating more link. That's the video. I didn't realize I was talking for 35 minutes, but listen, I hope you guys learned something from these videos. I'm trying to once again teach you a process that eliminates all the emotions. And, not to pat myself on the shoulder, but during the past month or two, when stuff is pumping, it feels good to have all the messages from all of the people that I've been preaching to for the past 2 years tell me, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Thank you. Thank God we didn't listen to the news. Wish I bought more. Love seeing it, bro. I really do. Now you have to trust the charts and understand that regardless of what's happening with the ETF and the news and the Michael Saylor and the Kathy Woods and the news and the happening, if the RSI tells you something's overbought, it's overbought. Enjoy the day. Love you guys. Appreciate the support. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave it in the comment section. I will get to everybody. Besides that, if you appreciate these videos, bro, the only thing I could ask for you is just like the video and do me a favor, put a little comment in the comment section to help with the algorithm. Because once again, they don't want you to know this. They don't. They want you to go watch the stupid YouTube videos and make everybody stupid. It's the truth. You know who knows how to do this? Hedge fund managers, Wall Street, people who have a lot of money. Okay? They don't. My father was an options trader for almost 30 years. I know what I'm talking about. Please trust the process. Love you guys.